Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to today's Daily Divine, here supporting our shine. My name's Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. A very warm welcome to those of you who are new here. I trust that you have found this space for a reason and that you will feel loved and supported through our connection. To those who have been traveling with me for a while, thank you for continuing to show up and doing the inner work of your beautiful heart. Okay, so I'm just going to get the Palo Santo smoking here. I hope everyone's doing okay. If you resonate with these messages, please show your love with a thumbs up. It really helps me to tap into the collective energy for those who I am connecting with and reading for. Also, if subscribers to the channel who comment on any of the content get their name entered into our monthly free reading giveaway, and the next draw is going to be Thursday, August the 29th. So we are just going to tune in and connect with what's going on with our chakras today. There feels to be quite a shift within the throat chakra and the solar plexus at this time, as well as the high heart seems to be activated and coming online for a lot of you. So your high heart chakra is above your physical heart, and it's your thymus gland. And so it feels like for many of you, this energy center is really waking up and coming online while we're dealing with, I'm going to shuffle that again, while we are dealing with some stuff, residual, this is crazy, down in the roots and sacral chakra. So no, one more. Let's get one more. One more. Collective energy. One more. Oh, perfect. Okay, so remember yesterday and the day before we were talking about, so we did get two heart chakra energies out here, and we'll talk about those in a minute, because what came out first, I'm just going to cover the nipples here, is this again, sexuality, and it's a number 13. So again, this is the divine feminine, and what I'm really feeling this is saying for us ladies is that it's really okay for you to allow the feminine, the divine feminine essence to lead. And I also feel that it's really important to say, because we did have the 23 show up here, it's time to forgive any, and it was 333 across the board. This is the Empress, the embodiment of the divine feminine, the embodiment of the trinity of health, right? Mind, body, spirit, the trinity of creation, mother, father, God, mother, father, child. This is us. And so again, it's coming back to this idea of everything about you is sacred. And unfortunately, many people on the planet at this time, and certainly those of around my vintage, so born in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, would have more likely than not experienced a lot of trauma in the root and sacral chakra, like in those formative years from birth to, say, 14. Okay. And it's really important that we address it, because then we get these really warped ideas of what union looks like, or we get these warped sort of movements, free sex, free love, this kind of stuff. And honestly, it's about our sexuality is sacred, and it's the recognition of the sacredness of us, the vessel. And so for some of you, I feel like there is this energy about today and in the coming days of really embracing your femininity and doing your part to balance the masculine and feminine essence within. And I really feel like for many of you, it's really about stepping more into your femininity and really allowing the divine masculine in your life to take the lead, uh, in the way that you're feeling safe and secure and supported. Okay. But this is about the divine feminine rising in her, um, in the essence of femininity, right? All things about us are sacred, including our sexuality. So this says openness, sharing, beauty, and honor. And this is the sacral chakra. Then following that, we had the home. So this is the root, shelter, safety, nurturing, warmth. This is what we all want, right? And so if we add the 1 plus 3, although 13 is the number of the feminine, the divine feminine, Mother Earth, but if we add it, we get 4. So this is double fours. And what I'm feeling with that is the message that's coming through is you have been surrounded by angels since the day you were born. And the angels, your angels, love you unconditionally. Your angels have been with you through the entirety of your human experience. And in fact, as a child, you were well aware of their presence in the midst of trauma, of um, disharmony. And you're being called to come back to, I'm hearing, lean on your angels, speak to them, talk to them, allow them to guide you home to your beautiful heart. Root chakra. Between your tailbone and your pubic bone is the root chakra. And then, of course, we want to address everything below the roots through the legs and down out through the soles of the feet. 2 cards with the word, it said safety, and here says stability. And so here we have someone getting grounded at ease in nature. And what I'm really guided to see is that swan. And the swan to me is all about divine love, um, you know, the unconditional and eternal kind of love. So we're really tapping in, or we're being called to tap into today, this really nurturing energy that is all about love and forgiveness of self. What does it say here? Here it says nature, presence, practicality, and stability. And here we have love. This is what we're here to embody. We are here to embody the essence of unconditional love through our relationship and our experience with ourselves. And this is where all love begins. If we don't love ourselves, we will never love another. And it doesn't matter how many times we tell someone or tell people we love them, our actions are always going to reflect whether we truly, unconditionally love them in the true sense of the word. And then it's kindness, benevolence, sharing, and receiving. And then we had forgiveness. And this has been a theme that's been coming up for days. And in particular, yesterday, it was pretty strongly here. This is the energy of the Christ consciousness. This is the energy of forgiving ourselves, because not only can we not love others until we actually love ourselves, same goes for forgiveness. There's nothing that we can give to others that we're unable to give or do for ourselves. So again, this feels like a clearing up of some residual energies that have been hanging around. And I'm also feeling like this is like a make-a-wish energy. anything that you can imagine, anything that you wish for is possible with a little action. My father likes to say, a little less wishbone and a little more backbone. And, that both are required, because in order to make the wish, happy day you were born, beautiful. May this new trip around the sun be your most abundantly blessed, healing, and filled with so much love. Elaine, I am so happy to have you here and have you in my life. I hope you have a fantastic day and get spoiled along the way, including spoiling yourself today. Look, I'm all bejeweled with our birthstone, peridot. Everywhere is peridot, and my little crown, sapphire crown on top of the peridot teardrop, which I wear all August long. But have a great celebration of you today, Elaine. But this forgiveness is really about, look, it says letting go there. And yesterday we had those two we had those, you're very welcome. We had those two cards that were about release and letting go. And here it comes again. And as we release and let go, as we, it's like we're sending our wishes and our intentions out to the universe. And I'm just seeing 111. So every time I see 111 nowadays, it's like make a wish. And, I'm feeling that for all of us here. And through letting go, we're healing, we grow, and we grow in our ability to be compassionate. And compassion, again, like all good things, begin with self. And so this just feels like today is like, it feels like a cleaning up day, getting grounded. Perhaps there's nothing on your agenda today, and that would be a good thing. Get to nature, get grounded, clear this stuff up. We've got the Lion's Gate that's going to be wrapping up tomorrow. That energetic portal is going to be closing tomorrow on the 12th of August. So really, hi, Jen. Hi. So it's really important that whatever's coming up for you today, like I said, today really feels like a cleanup. And so you're being called to the heart space, and in particular, the high heart. And the high heart activates when we have done a lot of the heart healing required. And then it's when the soul wants to come into our physical experience. The soul star chakra and the high heart chakra merge and begin guiding and directing our lives. This is where we're at. And this is where we're at. So should we do a 1, 2, 3? Let's do a 1, 2, 3 and we'll wrap it up. So 1, 2, 3 to get yourself an affirmation as well as a heart and soul oracle. So I'm going to just pull the cards here. So I'm pulling right now for number one, a message to support them today. 1, there it is. 1, just a sec. We got another one to come out for 1, there it is. Okay, number 2, message from the higher self. Okay, that's too many. They're saying they have me count it. So number two, there it is. Still, number 2 is you can't just get one card. First time it was 3, second time it was 4. They're saying the bottom, and there's the number 3 card and number 3. Okay, so take a moment, take some deep breaths. Which number has a message for you today? 1, 2, or 3? And these will be just some messages to carry with you into the day. Perhaps they'll resonate with you and feel supportive. What I'm really feeling around all of us is this angelic presence and this really godly presence of unconditional love. We are here to achieve great things. And yet, in order to do that, many of us have to peel back layers of sludge and disappointment and heartache and deceit and deception. And it's really important to acknowledge that a lot of those things that I just mentioned take place within our mind. We deceive ourselves. We um, we sell ourselves short. We don't show up for ourselves. We get stuck in the mind loop of it's just like, here we go loop de loo, here we go loop de la, here we go loop de loo, all on a Saturday night. I think it's something like that. But we just keep going around and around and around. And we're not here to continue to go around and around and around. We're here to break free and get onto that spiral of grace so that we can, as we spiral upward, like if you have an auger and you're digging a hole and, it goes down and down and down and down. And what I'm really guided to say, and there's 4 people watching and 4 likes live, and this is again that angelic presence. They want you to know, your angels want you to lean on them. Your angels, hi, Wolf Dude. Wolf Dude. I thank you. And if you subscribe, Wolf Dude, then you get your name entered into the free reading giveaway. All subscribers who comment get entered into this monthly giveaway, and the next draw is August 29th. And thank you so much for finding us. I trust that you will feel loved and supported through the connection. Welcome to the family. So what I'm really guided to with that auger analogy is like, with the spiral, as deep as it goes is as high as it goes as well. So those of us who are here to break free from that karmic wheel and move on to this spiral of grace, of forgiveness, of, instant manifestation and miraculous healing, all of this kind of stuff, it's really important for us to understand that each time we elevate and level up, there's probably going to be another level of depth to us. And the reason being is because we are the ones who signed up for this. We are the ones who agreed to come here as the way showers, as the healers, as the beacon of light, who we can only become a beacon of light or a way shower through our experience, through our personal path of healing. And it's not easy. Heck, I've been at it, 30 years, and it's not easy. It's not easy to take personal responsibility. It's not easy to deal with things back there, which is why many, many people just choose to sweep things under the rug or push those skeletons back in the closet and don't open the closet because they'll all fall out. We're here to let it all fall out. Yes, absolutely. Our roots are as deep as we can expand. And that is a beautiful thing. And remember, the visual I was shown many, many years ago as myself as a tree and buried in the earth. The heart was the first chakra above the earth, deeply rooted. And it was from the heart that all of the good stuff, all of the fruit, all of the gifts of life grew from the heart. And this is true for all of us, regardless of whether you believe it or not. Okay, so here's the interactive component. Elaine, you are so very welcome. It's my pleasure. If you can't tell, this is what I love. And I trust that by continuing to show up and doing what I love, the abundant resources that support my earthly experience are about ready to flow. In fact, I keep hearing they're ready to burst free. So keep going, keep showing up, keep doing it, whatever it is you do. And like Elaine and I have been traveling together a long time, probably 12 years or more, at least 10 years. And, here we still are. We're still doing it. We're still committed to our path of purpose. And our path of purpose, if nothing else in this lifetime, is our personal healing and personal responsibility for what we bring to the table on a daily basis. So, with all that being said, let's get to those of you who were guided to number 1. Here is your message. And first and foremost, I'm just going to look at this card. I don't want to look at the other card yet. Just a sec. Yesterday, it was the spiders attacking me live. I have to go back and look at that because I screamed like a baby. It didn't attack me. It landed on my shoulder and I was like, I threw it. And it was a spider who proceeded to sit there and look at me. But it was pretty funny, Elaine. I think it was funny. I might have scared everyone with my little scream. Anyways, as I'm connecting with this, what I'm really feeling from this image. So this is for those who were guided to the number 1. So if you're just joining us, this is the interactive part of the reading. 1, 2, or 3. Which number will it be? This is a message from your higher self and an affirmation to carry you through your day, your week. But what I'm really feeling with the number 1s is this deep sense of peace. That's exactly what I'm feeling, this deep sense of peace. And if you can look around her, you see the cherry blossoms. I'm assuming these are cherry blossoms. They're coming to life, and she is just observing all the growth, the new growth that is beginning to sprout in her life as a result of her commitment and dedication to herself, to her spiritual essence. A big part of our work here in this lifetime is daily devotion to our divinity, who we are as like a spiritual essence. And very few people actually spend the time to honor their spiritual essence. And this is what we're here to do. We are all divine. And I've said it, if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. All the perceived problems, which are manufactured problems in the world, would be addressed and actually disappear overnight if we all acknowledged and recognized our innate spiritual nature. So, with this one, I love the power of self-talk. Yes, out of the mind and into the heart. And this image on this card really has me feeling that this person, this woman, has really worked hard to get out of her head and into her heart. And it may be, there may be moments throughout the day that she slides back into the head, because this is what the ego wants. The ego does not want us to fulfill our dreams. The ego wants us to believe that wants us to doubt ourselves. And we're not here for that anymore. And I mean, perhaps you're still doing loop-de-loo around that, the ego spirit. Go with the spirit. Go the path of peace that helps you to look and feel like this beautiful image here, just at ease with what is. Okay. And your self-talk matters. And it doesn't matter that it's only in your head. That's probably the worst part of it all, is that it's only in your head, and it's really important that we begin to acknowledge the things that we say to ourselves. And most of us would not talk to friends, family, our children, our colleagues in the same way that the quiet talk in the mind, the way we speak to ourselves and the things we say to ourselves. And so I feel like for those of you guided to number 1, there's an important message here. Either you've already done it all and this is saying, good work, keep going. You're beginning to see the fruits of your labor come to life. And by the time we get to the harvest moon in September in Virgo season, the rewards, your cup is going to overflow. And for others of you who were guided to number 1, this is a message to get out of your head and into your heart, that high heart, which everybody who's watching this, the high heart is being activated, wants to come online. That's your thymus gland. And so for some of you, there may be a need to listen with love to how you speak about yourself. And when you notice that you're not speaking very kindly to yourself, that is the moment where you have the power to shift it. in that moment, not after the fact, in the moment. So this for you, number one, is about mindfulness. And it's, look, it's a number 11. You're here walking a path of mastery, and it's up to you to be responsible for what's going on inside, because what's going on inside is going to affect the external experience. Okay? When my self talk is kinder, I am empowered in my capacity to pursue my dreams and believe in myself. Yes, having faith in yourself and your dreams. You are a peaceful warrior of light. And I know that sounds kind of paradoxical, right? A peaceful warrior. Standing up for what's right is the true warrior spirit, that lion strength and essence that we are to bring to the table now. The message on this card says you are protected by a higher power that also wants to help you. If the path seems blocked, there is good cause. Take this as divine intervention, a sign from above, and wait. When the time is right, all flows with ease. And so perhaps you're just being called to rest. I mean, it is Mercury retrograde right now, right? Always a time of reflection. And it's a beautiful time, and it's incredibly powerful time. Never mind all the stuff. Oh, don't do this during Mercury retrograde. Stop. What you ought to be doing during Mercury retrograde is reflecting, taking this 3-week period of time to reflect and refine and release and remove what is not supportive of you going forward at this time. So I trust that those messages resonated for those of you who were guided to number 1. Please do let me know in the comments, and hit that thumbs up. So now we're going to go to those of you who were guided to number 2. And I'm going to show you this card first, and I'm going to put these cards back down. There's 2. You got 2, remember? Yeah, just 2. So what I'm feeling with this, again, is that presence of the angels. And in particular, I'm feeling Archangel Michael here. And I'm also feeling the inner child, the purity of heart here. And what I'm feeling for you is that it's important for you to know that you are an earth angel. You came to this life experience for great purpose. And it's up to you at this time, because I trust there's no children under the age of 12 watching, or 10 or 14 watching these videos. And so this is about you addressing what happened to you when you were a child under the age of 14. Okay? And you got through it all. You got through it all. And I'm feeling guided to say, it's so weird, but I'm feeling guided to say, it may have felt like they were trying to break you, and yet they didn't. And you are here now to break through and free from all of what happened back there. And it's through the acknowledgement of what happened back there. Like, we must acknowledge our truth. And it doesn't mean we have to go out and have like big conversations about this with anybody. And oftentimes I would encourage you not to do that until you have processed everything in your own experience. So journaling is greatly helpful. It does really feel like it's something about emotional truth for you. And so the question for you, number 2s, are you being honest with yourself? Because the child within the experience needs you to be honest with yourself. And again, this feels very high heart activation, as well as solar plexus and your human, like the heart that beats in your chest. There needs to be, on number 2s, you guys are, this is an interesting energy, because it really feels like you're being asked to acknowledge your own beauty, your own strength, your own courage, as well as the gifts that you have to heal yourself through the experience. And it's all about the purity of the heart of the child that lives within you. that has lived through the entirety of the experience. So let's see what the other two cards were. This is great. These are both great. They're all great. Okay, so we have my creative power and enlightenment power. So this is all about you coming into your personal power. Again, 4, you've got angels around you, and I'm feeling guided. Your angels want to help you, and yet they will not intervene without your permission. So it's like asking for help, talking to them, having conversations with them, and knowing that once you ask them for help, it's already given. It's yours in that instant. And yet many of us are like, oh, wow, my angels must be busy today, fielding this and fielding that. Well, your angels want you to be busy playing, and creating, because it's very obvious you're incredibly gifted. Actually, anyone who resonates with anything that I say here is incredibly powerful, incredibly gifted, and you came here as a seed of change. You're what the world is waiting for. We are what the world is waiting for. And so, although people may not have caught on to this consciousness wave yet, we're here doing our part so that when they do, we are ready to support others. And so, and it's through our emotional healing, through our emotions, that we heal and we begin to create our art. Heart art is right in the word, right? Heart is in the word hearth. Earth has the same letters as heart. This is who we are. Incredibly powerful creators. I know. The inner child, my inner child wants all the cards today too. It's like, yes, 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 yes. And I'll probably go out there and do a little song or dance after all this. Maybe a song will come in for today. I haven't got one yet. But this is about trusting your intuition, creating. And what I'm really guided to on this card is the colors of the hair over here are very much like the colors that I was tuning into down here that was speaking about emotional healing. So a way for you to support your healing process, number 2s, is through the emotional body, honoring what you're feeling. Let it all come up and out. As I invest in my own creative potential, I experience my female creative genius. Ladies, we are highly creative. We are highly creative. We're highly intuitive. We are nurturers. And it's really time, I'm feeling like, for many of us, and this may not be a popular opinion, and I don't really care. It's really about us women stepping into our femininity. There is a difference between male and female, and we won't get into that here because it's rather obvious. And, there are also, in my opinion, and again, this may not be a popular opinion, I don't care. I'm mid-50s at this point. I don't care too much about holding back, because my soul is offended by much of what I see externally. And it's really important that we stand up in the face of offense for what is righteous and true. And, women, we've kind of, through complacency, through lack of consciousness, we've walked ourselves collectively to this place where many women, and it was 3333 across the board, defend stupidity. Okay. And I'm not here to do that. And I trust that you aren't either. And so I feel like at this time, there is a need for women to honor their femininity, the things that make us different from the males, right? Women, soft, gentle, nurturer, compassionate, loving, caring, where the masculine energy is stable, strong, supportive in its ultimate expression, of course, because we have a lot of masculine energy that's just not very healthy at all. And so it's up to us to really restore righteousness to what it means to be a woman, and it is, men can't be women and women can't be men. It's just, it's in the chromosomes, folks. So this is about femininity. And this is about knowing that the divine masculine has our back. right? Enlightenment power. Number 20. This is the judgment card. This came up again yesterday, didn't it, too? This 20 energy. And now I'm seeing the 20 as the judgment card, where before I always connected with the 2 energy as the high priestess, standing on her own 2 feet, the medicine woman, awakening, coming to life again in this lifetime. This is what it's all about. And it's through, this is taking me back to one of those cards we had. This takes me right back to this card that came out for us earlier. The grounding, right? This goddess is out in nature. She's seated on the earth. She is taking the time. She has set aside time in her daily routine to honor that which is divine within her, which is, the entirety of it. So this really, if you're struggling, if you were guided to number 2 and you're struggling at this time, your answer is meditate. Meditate more. And it doesn't have to be anything formal, right? Meditation is just simply, I'm going to sit and breathe for 3 minutes, or I'm going to sit and take 21 breaths. I used to say 3 breaths. Now we're up in it. We're up in the ante times 7, 21 breaths. And this is going to help you begin to see how powerful you are and how we have the ability through our breath, through our mindset, through the alignment with our heart, to shift things on an instant, on a dime. And that's what we're doing. And you were born to shine, no doubt about it. I am a woman choosing the power of my own consciousness as a vehicle for my growth. Yes. And I'm seeing Metatron's cube right now. And Archangel Metatron works, he works, is it raining? It's pouring. He works with children as well as sacred geometry. So if you don't know what Metatron's cube is, here's a simple. And let me just go show you. Just 1 second here. You're going to see I'm mismatched again. Okay. Don't ask me what this dirt is. I have no idea. Metatron's cube, clear quartz. And so I shared a few days ago that years and years ago, I was guided to draw like this cube in the sand and to get in the middle and meditate. So for those of you guided to number 2, there's something about sacred geometry. Archangel Metatron works closely with you. And I really feel like it's about this inner child, right? So calling in Archangel Metatron to your meditation may help you to easily get to the root of what has been troubling you, okay? Working with clear quartz, working with citrine, as well as peridot. I have some raw peridot on matrix here. Had to come and share it with you because it is the month of peridot. All right, so number 2, here's your message from this card. It says, through the power of love, all shall unfold in the most perfect way for all concerned. This card is a blessing from an angel who is here to assure you that all is well. There is no need to worry. All is bathed in a sea of divine love. How beautiful. And I feel like your loved ones in spirit, too, just sent you a great big hug and a big wet kiss. So that's for those guided to number 2. Okay, so for those of you who were guided to the number 3, here we go. So deep, what I'm just feeling, I don't even want to touch the cards right yet, because what I'm feeling for those of you who were guided to number 3, that this is a time of deep healing. It's like you have broken through the layers of sludge, of trauma, of heartache, deceit. Like, it's deep. I feel you, sisters, brothers, I feel you, because like I've been here, I know. And it's like you have worked so hard I'm going to just show you this image that is bringing up all these messages right now. But this is the image. And it's like, you have worked so hard trusting your intuition, and you've been doing it, and you've been doing good work. And it's like, it may have felt, and it may recently have felt for you like such a freaking grind. Like, when is this ever? When is it going to be my time? Well, I'm telling you, the time is near. And it really feels, and Luna wants to come up. So Luna wants to come up for all to say hi to all of you. Hello. So this feels, I'm going to see if I can get her settled on my lap without causing too much. We're almost done here. But this really feels like you've been through it. You have been in the trenches. You have rolled up your sleeves. You have rolled with the punches, stop, drop, and roll, you know, and now it's like, I'm being guided to say you're home. You made it home. Home base. And now it's about a continued daily reverence of your spiritual essence. This is the key. Talking to God, talking to your angels. And when I say God, I'm talking about the God, the essence of unconditional love that lives within each and every one of us since the day we were born and until the day we depart this physical form. God is an experience within. There's nothing external truly about the experience of God until we understand that God resides within our heart. And if you don't like the idea of God, well, again, sorry, not sorry. Because this is about consciousness, and in whether we call it God, spirit, great mystery, Allah. I mean, God has many names. Ultimately, the creator I'm talking about is loving and kind. We are his children of light who came to break free from the ties that have bound humanity for generations. We are the humans, HUE. We are the humans here to change things, to move beyond the idea of the color of skin and all that other nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. We are the men and women, the boys and girls, the children of God who came to restore righteousness to this planetary realm. And those of you who are guided to number 3, you are clearly doing it. And if you don't feel like, if this message, you're like, what the heck is she talking about? I'm in the thick of it. Keep going. Do not give up. Do not give up. You are so close. And it's about continuing to trust your intuition and continuing to acknowledge what may be going on between the hips, your sacral center, your emotional center. So for those of you who were guided to number 3, third eye, sacral chakra, and roots. And I'm really, it does feel like there, and maybe some of you, maybe what I'm tuning into is some of you actually going to nature to meditate, sitting under a tree meditating. Maybe you do yoga in nature, or maybe you've been thinking about doing these things. Go for it. Because whatever you're doing, it's working. And you are making breakthroughs, breaking free from generational, let's say, generational karma, generational curses, and that kind of stuff. You've done it. Keep going. Let's see what this card. Oh, I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in this deck. And it's a 46, which is that 10 energy, Wheel of Fortune energy. Also that, the Fool and the Magician energy. And this is about divine timing. Here on planet Earth, on Mother Earth, we're governed and ruled by clocks and idiots. I just had to say that because it's true. So we're governed by clocks and morons who made the clocks, right? And because this is man-made. The true, daily clock, if you will, would be the rising and setting of the sun and the rising and setting of the moon, this kind of stuff. And so we get really locked into time, dates. We want specifics. Forget about it. Forget about it. over the last 30 years, I have learned that when the time is right, things will appear. So for those of you who are guided to number 3, yeah, you are very welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Those who were guided to number 3, I feel guided to say to you, your patience has been tested, right? Like you want it now. Why isn't it coming? I've done all the work, da, 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 because the time's not right. And oftentimes it's just about us clearing our channel, clearing us enough so that we can actually receive the good stuff when it comes to us. And so again, like continuing on from this message, keep doing what you are doing. Keep showing up for yourself on a daily basis, because that wheel of fortune has turned. It is turning in your favor. And this is a new start. You know, a lot of people say 10 is a completion number. I don't agree with that. I believe 10, I feel 10 is a new beginning, right? We move away from the single digits into the double digits. And 10 has the energy of the wheel of fortune, as well as the fool and the magician, all in one. So this is you. This is speaking about how incredibly powerful you are. And I'm almost feeling like yesterday we talked about it too, adjusting that crown. And this is all about, you know, living and working, operating from this high heart area. This is what you give out to the world. This is, thank you, El Capitan. El Capitan. This is what we give to the world. And even if, you know, people just come here for the entertainment factor, there is something that people receive through my voice, through the messages, whether they understand it or not. It is in the delivery, and that's my role. And so you have a role too, and your role is to continue to focus on the sacredness that is you daily, because this is where all the gifts are going to be able to come through. And if you feel like things aren't going as speedy as you like, divine timing never does. You know, I was told back in 1994, 95 that I was here on a mission for God in service to the greatest and highest good of humanity. Lisa Lyle back then was like, yeah, okay, you know, 24 years old. What the heck does that even mean? I was told I was a light worker back then. What the heck is that? And I can tell you, and those of you who know me, I've been in the trenches. I mean, I'm really lucky to be alive. I am a miracle sitting here in front of you. And the fact that I'm happy and sharing is even, you know, this is proof that we are all miracles. We are all here for a great purpose, and wisdom only comes from healing the emotional pain. It doesn't come from books. It doesn't come from some video game. It comes from the willingness to heal our pain. And again, you're all doing it. You number 3s are truly doing it. And it's so important for you to trust the purity of your heart and trust that all is unfolding in God's time. You know, and God's time doesn't have two hands and, you know, a 24-hour clock that it goes around. God's time is perfectly divine. Look at how nature operates. You know, and if you reflect back on your life, we don't receive anything until we're ready to receive it. So if we're blocked up with BS, you know, external stuff, how are we ever going to receive the gifts that are ours? Right? Yeah, I know. Gotta love divine timing. Here we are. So what a beautiful card. Just have a look at it, everybody. This is gorgeous. And I'm really feeling like that the halo around the head is really like we heal through honoring our intuition and the truth that lives and breathes as us. Okay, so the message here is my soul brings forth the right conditions and opportunities for me. The best answers are solutions are delivered at the best times. Yes. And if you think something is a sign for you, trust it. You know, oftentimes it's like, oh, I think that's a sign. Let me go and ask my friend, or let me go and ask someone who knows better than me. Nonsense. You know best. If you think it's a sign for you, it's a sign for you. Don't try to, you know, there may not be any grand meaning to it, except to let you know, to show you, yes, you're supported. Keep going. Keep going. We don't have to dissect everything. I mean, this is part of the. Anyways, I think I've said stupid too many times today. So, yeah. And I haven't even got to work yet. All right. Okay. So, yeah. So let's see number 3. This is your message. And then should I pull an Archangel Michael card? If you want me to pull an Archangel Michael card for all of us before we close, let me know in the sidebar, the chat here. So many people's names are getting into the free reading draw. Thank you. Thank you. Don't forget to make sure if you're still here, something resonates with you, hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button and get active here. It helps us to all come together. We are soul family finding each other at this time all around the world so that we can support and encourage each other to continue to rise, because we're here for great things. The message on this card is allow your imagination to drift beyond the horizon, beyond time. Perfect. Beyond time, there is a world of dreams without limits, full of magical ideas, a world just waiting for you. This far away world is not so far. It is inside your heart. And all it takes to get there is a dream. All it takes to get there is a dream. And our imagination is real. Okay, Archangel Michael, he did want to come through today too. And I'm like, yeah, just, you know what? Just stay up here for a while. But here we are. Okay. So I love the message on this card. Really reflects the image on this card. Okay. So let's do some cards from two cards from Archangel Michael. And anybody's here who connects with me and resonates with me, it's important for you to know that you work closely with both Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. Okay, they've been with you. Oh gosh. Healing angel, peace. And it's a 28, which is again 11. All of you here are here on a path of mastery. You are here as a way shower for others. And it may not appear so at this time because you're in the trenches, you're in the, in the midst of your healing. And yet it's so important for you to know that even though you may not feel like your healing is a gift to me, and I thank you for your healing. And your healing is a gift to the world, and the children of the world thank you for your healing. So it's not just about, we go out there and heal people. None of us do. None of us do. Okay. Archangel Michael. Okay. 3 cards, 4. But they're all perfect. So none of us heal others. We heal ourselves. And by healing ourselves, we affect the collective, right? It's a ripple, right? We throw that stone, that pebble in the water, and it ripples. This is what we are. We are all ripples in the stream of eternal consciousness. Honor the truth within your heart. You are surrounded by unconditional love. And this just feels like the unconditional love of God, your ancestors in spirit, those who love you unconditionally, the angels, even the elementals. Okay. And the next card that came out is like my favorite out of this deck, service. It's what we're here for, right? I'm hearing that stupid song. War, what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. I don't even know who sings that, but that's what just popped in. But here is the Orion Gate, the service. It's a number 33. 33, the Christ energy, forgiveness. You, all of you are here in service to the greatest and highest good of humanity through your path of healing. Your path of purpose is your healing first and foremost. And from there, all abundance flows. Okay? This is the Orion Gate. This is from the Orion Gate. And, with the greatest of respect, I'm going to say this for everyone. And just because Wolf Dude brought it up, we're all from the stars. Ultimately, we are stars who have come to Earth to be the change. And what I feel is most important for any light worker, any healer, anyone with any level of consciousness and spiritual awareness is to start identifying as a human, right? A HUE man being here on earth to seed change, because there's a lot of the spiritual community, and which is why pretty much I'm a lone wolf, because it's about integrity, right? And we can identify as Syrian, Lyrian, um, Atlantean, I come from the moon, I come from Jupiter. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that we're here on earth and we're having a human experience. And so we first must identify as human beings, clear up the gunk inside of our human experience, and then trust that we are one with all things and that we do all originate from the stars. And it's less important about what constellation that we feel like we've come from. And it's more important to harness the power and the energy from all of the constellations, right? Orion is one of my favorite constellations. And it's really about that feeling we get when we look at the night sky, that is like a feeling of belonging. And what we really need to begin is to have that within the human experience. And so I avoid those who in the spiritual community who go down that path, like I'm a warrior princess from Lemuria. Okay, girl, go for it. I'm a peaceful warrior here on planet Earth to be a part of positive change that's going to last generations. And perhaps down the road, the children of the world will come to this world knowing that we originate from the stars, and it will be all integrated, because our children will come and they will be, because we have healed, and we've healed for generations. These children will come, and the stories they tell us about home or where they've come from will matter. At this point in time, it matters more that we, especially if you're watching this, that we identify as human beings and that we're doing the inner work. Okay. And if you're not here to do the inner work, you probably won't come back to this channel, because it is about the inner work and it is about the service, and our service to humanity begins with our service to self. So this message is really about remembering that we are the light of Christ incarnate at this time, here to resurrect that consciousness, right? Because Christ is a consciousness. It wasn't a human. Yeshua, or the inversion, the deception, the name that the Bible uses, Jesus, is a part of the deception. His name is Yeshua, was Yeshua, and he was the embodiment of the light of Christ. He knew who he was. So it was Yeshua the Christ. It could be Elaine the Christ, Lisa the Christ. And that's not blasphemy. It's about acknowledging who we are. And our responsibility and role in this lifetime is to resurrect that life. Nobody's coming to save anyone. Okay? No one. There's no spaceship that's going to come and take us away. Calgon isn't going to take us away anywhere. And Yeshua is not coming back in the physical form to save us. We are saved through the teachings. We are saved through our own reestablishing, a remembering through our heart space. That's how we're saved. We are the light here to resurrect at this time. I'm glad I make sense. I try not to be too offensive, although I have said today I don't care a couple times. I do. I care a lot. Okay. So this is powerful. This is powerful. And of course, fertility, abundance, empress energy. It is a 14-5. Yeah, we are the seeds of change, right? Blowing on the wind. And wishes and dreams do come true. Our imagination is real. And this is my hope. And I strongly have faith that one day all the children who are born will be encouraged to honor their imagination. Those fantastical ideas, they'll be encouraged to bring them to life. Instead of like generations before, many of us our imagination was stifled. Oh, you can't be an artist, you'll be a starving artist. These kind of things that are said. We are artists. We are creators. We are healers. We are incredibly powerful and magical. And this is full on Empress energy. Embody it. Oh, shoot. I should probably stop the bulbs. Oh, geez. We've gone so offside that we can't show boobs on an image on a card, right? I could probably sit here and show you my boobs and that would probably stay online. But if I show you boobs on a car, it won't. On a card, it won't. So weird. So again, this is just like the image of the tree, and we can see all the green growth around the tree, right? So this is just about being who we are. And then we've got another tree here and more boobs to cover. Okay. Another tree. Your immortal nature. Number 6. We've had a lot of 6 energy here. Have we? I feel like we've had a lot of 6. Yes, we have. 24. There's another 6. 6, 6, 6, 6. And again, we're here to invert it, right? Like this whole thing. Oh, 666. It's a bad number. Oh, no, it's not. 13. It's a bad number. No, it's not. Stop with the boo-la-la. We are here to stop it. So, to all my sapling friends and family, you're doing great. I wanted this to be so short today, but I guess my team of light, your team of light together had a different idea about the timing of all of this today. So I'm just going to trust that it was divinely perfect. And remember, we are the tree of life here growing at this time. And it's through healing our roots. It's through the acknowledgement of all that we've been through. And it's through the release of the pain of all that we've experienced. I'm here to lighten everyone up. That's for sure. It's here through all of it that we really get to experience the fullness of life as a child of God born for delight. So I trust that something here has resonated with you. If you're still here, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Yes, time is a man-made construct. And we always feel like there's never enough time. We're running out of time. Anyways, with that being said, I've been here for too much time. Not really. I could stay here for another couple hours, but I got to get ready for work. So I will be back with you tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. on the day that the Lionsgate closes. I think we'll do a bit of a singing bowl sound bath tomorrow, maybe some tuning forks. I'll see what I'm guided to. If you are interested in booking a reading or healing session with me, or if you want to become one of the founding members of our Moon membership circle, we're waiting for the first 10 before those get up and running again. My team has said, nah, you're waiting for the first 10. So we've got some really powerful moons coming up. If you'd like to be a part of that, please do have a look at my website. And if there's anything else you feel like I could do for you, if there's anything that you would like to see on this channel, please do let me know. Elaine, you go out there and have a fantastic birthday today. You are a blessing in my life, and I trust that your children will spoil you today. I see you all. I feel you all. I love you. And I want you to remember that you are the seed of change that the world has been waiting for. Until tomorrow, take good care of yourself.